Alright guys, welcome to the Late Night Byte with your host Hasio and your co-host Heaven's Last, or as we all know him, Stanley. Say hi, man. Stanley, say hi.
Hello, the world. Hello. Hello. Hi.
Alright, man. So, as we all know, Late Night Byte uses a lot of stream. So, Late Night Byte, the first segment is going to be Twitter. As we all know, well, not a lot of people know this, but Twitter has reportedly, or CNBC has reported that Google and Salesforce.com has thought about buying out Twitter, and same with TechCrunch, TechCrunch has reported that Microsoft and Verizon are both interested as well. So that would mean, if it did happen, then, you know, that would mean Google would own Twitter in addition to Google Plus and YouTube. That's a big thing. What do you think about that, Stanley?
It's, from what I've been reading, it's kind of an uncertainty because it seems like from what people have been saying about Twitter's statistics, that they haven't been really doing that good, like profit-wise. So it's kind of weird that there's this rumor of a buyout for Twitter.
So you think that it's just a but still, what do you feel about Google getting this in addition to, you know, YouTube and Google Plus?
It's the two biggest social medias. I mean, it would make sense for Google to own Twitter, honestly, not like Microsoft or any other random company. It would make sense for Google to own that. So, I mean, if any company, I would say I would want Google to own it, even though that is kind of a scary idea because they're very restrictive on things.
But still, I mean, isn't that a little too much power to give one single company? I mean, if they ever acquired Facebook as well, wouldn't they own basically all of social media?
I mean, they could own MySpace, but they're not touching that.
Okay, who still uses MySpace? Well, other than, you know, a grandmother that doesn't understand that MySpace, you know, doesn't matter anymore.
It's only mostly for music. That's all it is. It's not even social media. It's music. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think anything like this has happened before. So we'll just kind of see how it goes, because then it's going to be an organization that says this is too much of a monopoly, or they're just going to be a straight up buyout with no regulation.
Well, I mean, still, it's hard to explain it. It's kind of like, you know, I know it's a monopoly kind of deal. But, okay, I don't even know I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. Let's just stop it.
Are you talking to the stream right now?
No, I'm talking to you. I'm still talking to you. I don't ever talk to stream, like, during the talk show.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No.
Because I don't hear your audio through the stream and stuff.
You don't?
No.
Well, my audio is working for the stream. I don't know why you don't hear it.
I know. I was listening to your stream while you were playing Realm of the Mad God, and then you jumped in. I haven't heard anything.
I think my stream dropped frames, and that's the thing. But
okay.
Yeah, I think it's working.
I'll refresh.
Yeah, it is working.
Is it? Okay. I'm sorry.
Alright, let's get back on topic here. So, because of this, stocks for Twitter have gone up 20% on this Friday, and that's a good thing, of course. But still, there's people that say that this is actually a Microsoft attempt at takingoversalesforce.com. I don't even know what the fuck salesforce.com is, to be honest.
I've never heard of that, and I do online sales.
But hey, I mean, if this is a plan, leave Twitter out of it. Leave Twitter out of it. No, that's just terrible. Do you use Twitter? Is that light?
Oh, do I use Twitter? Sorry.
It's fine. Do you use
What was
Twitter?
the question? Do I use it?
Yeah.
I use it because it seems like a lot of people do for Twitch. So I have that set up so whenever I post anything to Instagram, it shoots to Twitter and all these other social medias. So, I mean, I use it because I kind of feel like it's a requirement just to, you know, get myself out there.
I don't feel like it's required, but you know, it is a good way to promote yourself as a streamer as well, because yeah, it gets people known. Oh, I forgot to move us into our realm. Never mind. Give me a minute. All right, we're done. I forgot to move us into the realm. Once Supernova jumped in, I'm like, okay, I fucked up there.
I mean, if it wasn't for, if a lot of other like streamers used Twitter, I probably wouldn't be using Twitter.
Well, with Twitter, it's just, you know, the more people you follow, the more you appear in the suggestion box. So that's kind of one of the things with Twitter. It's just a way to promote yourself.
And that's kind of like from a business aspect for what I'm trying to do. It, you know, that's why I want to happen. So, like, you know, had to jump on that bandwagon just a couple of years late on that. That's all.
Well, I don't know what to say about this one. Okay, so one funny fact about this is the fact that Twitter got outdone by Pokemon Go by, or at least, you know, when it came to Android apps. So that was an interesting thing.
Wait. Pokemon Go got outdone. Wait.
Pokemon Go outdid Twitter in performance. There's more people using Pokemon Go compared to Twitter.
Oh, like when Pokemon Go started or at current state?
At current state, with Androids at least. I don't know about iPhones. I haven't checked this yet.
That's interesting. I found that very interesting.
I still say Pokemon Go is going to turn America into the most fit nation within 15 years. No, not even 15 years. Within 6 months. 6 months.
I mean, for people that have hotspots for Pokestops, yeah, absolutely. You know, if people are live in kind of abandoned areas where need some more support for the game, then not so much.
Well, you know what's one funny thing? It's the fact that what was it? I forgot. Right. Did you know that there's gonna be a promotion soon with McDonald's and Pokemon Go, where Pokemon Go is gonna turn every McDonald's, or at least this is limited to Japan since this is a Japan only deal. But basically, they're gonna turn every McDonald's in Japan into a Pokestop.
Well, it makes sense. I heard that too. I heard that like a while back. That they want like a couple of companies want to be converted into Pokestops so people could come to them, have a reason to stop by, and maybe make purchases. You know.
See, that's the thing.
Food makes people hungry.
One of the things that I've learned I've seen personally is that there's a Pokestop in my neighborhood where it's a restaurant, so it's like there's more people going into that restaurant. But then again, at the same time, the owners are kind of pissed about like the people going in just for the Pokestop and not buying anything.
Oh, I mean, at one point somebody's gonna make a purchase. You know, like I think like we went into, say, Old Town San Diego here, and there's like a ton of Pokestops there, and we're just going through the Pokestops, and we went into this one shop and actually bought something. I mean, I mean, just because there's tons of people not going into their shop to get a Pokestop, I mean, it doesn't mean they're not gonna buy something. Like, yeah.
The downside to this is the fact that there are people going into Pokestops and then they're not buying stuff, but they're taking up space, and it's crowding up their stores, which is kind of annoying for some people.
Well, then that's the manager's duty to tell people, like, hey, if you're not buying anything, or if you're not planning on buying anything in the next 15 minutes, you have to leave. I mean, that's their responsibility to make sure that, you know, there's people not camping, like, just to use the toilet, you know. I mean, that's why there's freaking locks in downtown San Diego on all the toilets, because they don't want homeless people just randomly walking in there.
Are there also those, like, blocks on the keys so that people don't steal the keys?
I don't know. It's key codes.
Really?
Yeah. They have key coded doors, so you have to ask them for the key for, like, the combination, so you can put the numbers and the door opens, so you can go into the bathroom.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Alright, so I might as well just pull out one of my side segments, since this was finished way too fast and we still got like another 3 minutes to kill. So let's talk about something random. So let's see, iPhone 7. What's your take on that?
I don't know anything about it. I'm an Android user.
Really? You don't know about iPhone 7?
No, I don't pay attention to Apple.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Wow. I don't. This makes me.
No.
You know, there's a lot of things that have made me feel like you're. You know, there's a lot of things that have disappointed me about you, but this is one of.
Every talk show, there's something that disappoints you.
Every episode of this we do, I think less and less of you.
And yet you keep bringing me on.
I know, I'm amazed. I think it's mainly because I don't have any other friends. I'm kidding, obviously, but no, I just.
So.
I don't want, like. The thing is, some people I don't want to come here. That's one of the problems. Anyway, let's get back on topic. With iPhone 7, it literally has no change. Every year, iPhones are literally degrading.
That surprised me. They keep making modifications every year. Technology usually gets better every 2 years. So, like, at least in like the hard drive spectrum, every 2 years hard drives get better.
Well, the thing with iPhone 7 is the fact that they've removed, where you plug in like headphones and all that. They've legitimately removed that.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I've actually heard about. They removed the plug, and then they're basically stating that you just need an adapter if you don't want to.
Yeah, they're basically making it so you have to buy more stuff so you can use their phones. Basically. They do this every year. Like, have you noticed how they changed the charge jack after iPhone 5?
Oh yeah, they changed it so they can get more people not using the. No, it was completely a different jack. Yeah, they just want people not being able to use the same jack for the past like 5 different variations. So.
Still, that seems like a dick move, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, I honestly don't know the difference between the two. I mean, I know the difference, but I don't know, like, what really is the difference between Lightning and, of the other one.
Basically, with iPhone 4, it's the fatter one. With iPhone 5, it's kind of a thinner one. So that's one of the things.
I was more referring to about the port system. I don't know if it was it had better like input for power or whatever, or it's the exact same thing. Anyways, yeah, I think it's pretty stupid. It's pretty shady, because Android, phones have been the same forever. It's just using a previous peripheral that's been used for the past, just as long as the iPhone, like whatever, one and now they're just trying
Alright.
to change things up. So yeah, continue.
Alright, let's continue on and move to our next topic, which is Destiny Rise of Iron expansion. So, do you even play Destiny?
I've never played Destiny.
Really?
Yeah, I technically got it, but I never played it.
You actually own it, but you never played it.
I got the legendary edition with the collector's piece.
I feel like that's a giant waste of money.
Yeah, probably was.
You gotta try it.
It's a collector's item. Yeah, I know, absolutely. I want to try it, but I have no real time to play it.
I feel like you probably have
time. A lot more time. Yeah, there's probably time, but
you're like me, where it's like you have something and then you put it off and keep putting it off.
Yeah, basically, like I have a couple of video games that I got, and I've never played because I feel like I got. Let's see, we're talking about like some old games here. Like I have someone that are not even open yet. Like I got Dante's Inferno. I never opened that. I got Star Ocean: The Last Hope. Never opened that. I got games on backlog because I've just been, gameplay is just not the last thing I can think of. But anyways, back to DLC.
So yes, with the DLC, it's everyone keeps saying it's trash, basically.
From what I read, it feels like it's just an add-on. It's an area add-on with no change in the actual environment.
It actually is that. It's a very small expansion, and it's basically recycled everything that they've done so far. Like one thing I've heard about is how the Plague Lands look exactly like the Cosmodrome, which was another area that they added in a previous expansion, and it's like basically they just changed the art a bit.
Yeah, and that from a person that's never played the game, that sounds really bad. Like just in general, because you want variety, you want to explore new lands, you don't want to see the same thing over and over again.
Well, the thing is, I've read that this is basically... Well, actually, have you heard that there's actually going to be a Destiny 2 in 2017?
I kind of ran across that, but I wasn't sure if it was just a rumor.
But yeah, so there's going to be a Destiny 2. It's already confirmed. So basically, I feel like this is basically stalling until Destiny 2 comes out, because most of these are all like reboot or basically recycled things that they're doing from previous I guess expansions or the base game, if you want to say it.
I mean, it's probably just another way to actually get money to come in, so they can have money support to continue the next gen game.
I mean, it's not really like no the company isn't really poor or anything. I mean, they have more than enough money to do this. It's just it's kind of they want to give everyone something to use.
Keep them occupied.
I guess that's the best way to say it. I probably feel like that's the best way to say it.
It's like keep making sure the carrot's still in front of the person.
I mean, I feel like it's basically just getting people or keeping people interested in the game itself. So they feel hype over Destiny 2.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I just don't know what they're gonna do for Destiny 2. If there's a Destiny 2, then I'm not sure, what they can do. Like, I honestly, frankly, thought, Destiny was gonna be a continuous, DLC add-on. It's gonna be like it was gonna be literally an MMO, and that was constantly gonna be, updated constantly. And that's the idea that they basically, shot out when I was, trying to sell the game to people while at GameStop. It's basically what else that we were told. So, the idea that they're going to be making a Destiny 2 is kind of like, okay. Is it gonna like no? The next thing is gonna like it would be Destiny 2 be just a humongous expansion on top of Destiny 1, or is it gonna be where you can jump from one area to from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, or is it gonna be just only Destiny 2?
Complete reboot, completely new game.
Hmm.
So basically, what you have now is going to be obsolete.
And that's a shame. That really is a shame.
Well, I don't know. A lot of games have that kind of thing, but I mean, Destiny has dragged on way too much. So in a sense,
Yeah.
Can't really say much about it. I mean, it's been dragged on for way too much. There's been 4 DLCs. What other game has like this many DLCs? Well, other than shitty games that keep doing DLCs. But
Assassin's Creed had like 3 DLCs, I thought. At least one did.
They're not good DLCs. Let's just say that they're not good. So
Of course.
let's get back on topic here, and let's talk about how well, basically, in Rise of Iron, what they did was basically remake, like I said, remake previous maps. They've also reused equipments, but basically they've added better stats to these equipments. It's basically from the Taken King, I feel like, is the last DLC. I can't remember what it was called, but they've basically taken equipments from the Taken King and like increased the stats. And with the whole new Rise of Iron, they basically had a new stat like cap. So I mean, it's kind of like they're basically, no matter what, I still feel like this is basically just saying we're trying to stall this as much as we can, so people are still interested in our game. And then there's like there's certain games that do this. It's like I can't remember what it was, but there are games that do this, and it's like they just keep stalling it out. It kind of feels awkward when games do this, though. I mean, they stall as much as they can, just so people still care enough about their game.
Keep giving them carrots. Keep stay hooked.
I wouldn't say so. It's kind of like, I hate to say this, and I hate to be that guy, but it's kind of like how instead of League of Legends, I want to say that instead of actually giving out better stuff, they just add like skins and all that. It's kind of like CS:GO 2, where it's like they don't actually add new content. All they do is add more skins.
Okay.
But then it's like I don't know how much you can do with CS:GO, but I mean it's been out for so long. You could at least release like a new game mode or something.
Yeah. CS:GO's been. Yeah. No. I don't play CS:GO, but I know it's been out for a while. And there's also been a lot of stuff on that. That's not part of the topic.
You keep moving away from the mic, so I can't really hear you.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about me. I'm just sick. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm just saying, you keep moving away, so it's like your voice keeps getting smaller and smaller.
I know, it's okay.
Anyway, basically, it's like it's basically symbolizing that the game developers have like nothing new to do, and they're just trying to stall. Or basically, they're basically content with what they're doing, and they're just gonna like leave it like this.
I mean, it could be that they're content. I mean, it hasn't been released yet, so they could be adding more stuff like very soon.
In a sense, I feel like this is basically them giving up.
It could be. I mean, they could have a small team working on like Destiny 1, while the majority of the team's working on Destiny 2, and like the Team 1 doesn't really know what to do because all the talent is working on the second one. So they're just kind of like, oh, let's just kind of BS this, but that kind of sounds like very bad business.
I still want to say,
if that's the idea.
I still want to say, I don't like, well, personally, I just don't like when they do this kind of stuff where they don't add anything new and they just keep stalling. It kind of feels like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and it's like this game is just dying. That's kind of like how the League scene has been lately. It's like a lot of people have quit doing League, mainly, or doing League videos and all that, mainly because there's like no real content. I mean, sure, there's like a champ added once, there and here and there, but it's like there's no new game modes or anything like that. They've basically given up.
And you gotta think about League's been going on for a long time. It's, you know, people retire from that.
I don't feel like it's that. It's kind of like how League brings no new content. It's like these games are just big games, but they honestly don't bring new content. All they do is add things like skins and like random shit, but it's like no new content for us to even feel content about.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. It happens to all games that are online and even have subscription type stuff.
The sad thing is people actually had to pay for the base game. I mean, if it's a free game, then that's fine. I mean, you weren't disappointed to begin with. And there's people like me who have invested over $100 into stuff like skins and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my life. But still, it's just like, it's hard to say. It's kind of like, have you ever played EverQuest?
No, that was one game I never actually got into. I knew people that played it, but I never got into it. Never had the time.
See, the same thing happened with EverQuest. It just kept getting duller and duller with each expansion. There weren't really much things added. These kind of games, I feel disappointed in. I mean, they did great. They were great, but then it's like people got tired of them, and I don't want these kinds of games to die out.
Well, that's the thing. Story helps, but you know, if you're looking at the exact same tree hundreds and hundreds of times, you know, you're just gonna not even notice that tree, you know.
Still,
that's the things. That's how it starts getting boring when you don't even notice things that really like. Oh, look at that tree! Oh, it's so awesome! And then you pass by that tree 100 times, and then you're like, oh, a tree, whatever, you know.
well, I kind of want to believe in humanity and our ability to progress, but you know, when I see people giving up, I just don't. I don't know why this got so philosophical, but it's okay. It's okay. It's fine if it's philosophical. But yeah.
Continuing. Well, or is it?
No, I'm trying to think of what to say next. You gotta give me a minute here, man. But yeah, basically, it's just, I mean, next thing you know, WoW's gonna do the same thing. Well, actually, no, they already did with WoD. With what is it? WoD? Yeah, it is WoD. Where they fucked up really badly. Yeah, they fucked up really badly by getting everyone max stat there. So it's like, you kind of worry if this is a trend. There's a lot of things happening where people fuck up like these expansions, and it's like there's nothing new being added. So I mean, if this is a trend, then I mean that's a big problem, don't you feel like?
What? That the DLCs can become lamer as the game goes on. Sorry.
Now, mainly because people don't understand. People don't want to work on these like new games anymore. So that's kind of a big problem.
I mean, if you're on the same team for so long, you kind of get it's. I don't know. I mean, maybe new blood, circle ins. You know, people have newer ideas for a game that might make it better, and maybe it's just because the same team's been working on the same thing that, you know, running out of ideas, running out of actual like content. That's why a lot of people that do skits and whatnot for YouTube actually have, you know, content helpers, content creators to give skits and ideas.
Then again, it's like if this is like what they can come up with for the DLCs, I kind of worry about what they come up with for games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on to the third segment. Death Star DLC for Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
You're not excited about this? Or just because you don't play Star Wars Battlefront?
I don't play it, but it doesn't really entice me.
Really? Really?
No, not really. It
You weren't a
doesn't
big
really
Star Wars
entice
fan?
me.
You weren't a big Star Wars fan as a kid?
I am a huge Star Wars fan, but
Yeah. Yet this
it
doesn't.
just seems very. I don't know. It's like the body's there, but there's nothing inside.
Elaborate on this. It's hard to understand from that.
Let's see here. It feels like there's no real emotion through the whole scene. Like everybody knows what happens during that time. You know, the battle. You know, for destroying the first Death Star. But you know, the whole fighting portion and getting there, it just seems really dull.
Does it?
I feel like it does. I feel like I don't know how, but I feel like there should have been something more to it. Like, I don't know. It just something just doesn't really, you know, click for me.
But the whole with the whole new DLC, they've actually done a 3-phase battle. They actually done a 3-phase battle mode. I mean,
it's into 3 phases. It's kind of like, you know, like Battlefield when they had like different sections and like search and destroy or something like that or whatever, and you know, you complete one objective, you move on to the next area. Complete the objective, you move on to the final objective and stuff like that. So I mean, it feels like it's kind of like that same notion, but it just feels very simple. I don't know, maybe the stuff that I was watching, like video wise, it just seemed very simple. It didn't seem like very enticing, something not very exciting to look forward to.
I feel like it's pretty fun because I mean, haven't you ever? Well, no, I should probably give background for this. So for the new battle station mode, the phase 1 is a dogfight. Phase 2 is a ground battle where they try to infiltrate the Death Star, and phase 3 is the trench run, which we all know.
Yes.
I mean, the trench run doesn't entice you?
No.
Really, you haven't ever wanted to be Luke Skywalker driving down the trench of the Death Star and nailing that impossible shot without the guidance and using the Force.
The Force, you say? I don't know. I guess I just wouldn't want to be like. I wouldn't want to fail it. Like if I get chosen to be, you know, Luke Skywalker, I don't want to like. I'm just gonna like run into the side of the wall and like, nope.
Come on, man. You could be the hero. You could be the big man. You could have a 12-inch dong.
Oh.
You've got to take balls to do that.
Need special underwear for that.
Okay, I'm not gonna go into that one part. I don't know how to feel about that, but okay. But seriously, come on, you wouldn't want to be the dude who shoots. You really want to?
I mean, I would rather be the one shooting off the other players from shooting down the player that acts as Luke Skywalker. I'd rather be that player.
Now you gotta be the one guy. You gotta be the dude who shoots it in, man.
No.
Can you imagine how much pressure it would be to be that one guy who shot it in?
Yeah. I mean, yes, but I don't know. I feel like I would just be super lost in that whole situation. I'd rather be support than be, you know, That's my stance. I'd rather be support.
That's all you got for me.
That's all I got. I mean, for the Death Star portion, I mean, yeah. um, I mean, going for the first section, um, evading other players from being shot down, trying to get the objective on that. I mean, that's, like everyone's doing the exact same thing. So, I mean, that might be a little fun. Once you're inside, you're it's a shootout royale, and basically an escort mission. Um,
No,
uh,
you play as Luke or Darth Vader, trying to shoot him down.
Darth Vader gets shot down.
Nope, Darth Vader's shooting him down, but oh.
Yeah. I mean, let's ask, what's the price that they're trying to give for the DLC?
It's not available right now for normal people yet. It's only available for the season pass. Because if you remember back,
season pass.
if you remember back, way back when Star Wars Battlefront came out, they offered a season pass where if you bought it, you have access to all 4 DLCs, and there's another one in the work. So normal people will have access to it.
Is this technically the 3rd DLC then?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
The first DLC no one cared about, or no one cares about now. The second DLC was an eh. The third DLC is this. So yeah, but I'd say it's around like $30 because that's what I've heard.
Okay.
And you can get it in like early October-ish, like around our Thanksgiving, not so much your American Thanksgiving, which is in November.
Yeah. I mean, for $30, I would hope there would be a lot more content than just that. If that's the case, if it's like $29, I would hope that there would be a lot more.
No. The one content that makes it worth it is the fact that you get to play as Chewie.
Oh, Chewie, that's it. That's the DLC right there.
Yo, man, you get to play as Chewie and R2-D2. And R2-D2, I'm going to say that.
You get to rip people's heads off?
No, you get to be Chewie and R2-D2. That's the one thing that makes it worth it.
Popping heads.
I can't do a Chewie mating call.
not 9 on freaking stormtrooper heads.
Yo, I can't do it. I can't do the Wookiee mating call. I'm gonna say that. Is that how you attracted Lucy?
Yeah.
The Wookiee mating call of love.
Yeah, the Wookiee man.
I'm not gonna do that because there's people at my house sleeping right now. But yeah, you can also play as R2-D2. I mean, that's a thing. They made R2-D2 available because there's a part in the game where you have to save, or there's a part, during the Battle of the Death Star where you have to save R2-D2.
Yeah.
So that's when you get to play as R2-D2.
Yeah, and that's basically the escort mission I'm talking.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, isn't it worth it to play as R2-D2?
He's an assist. He doesn't really...
No, you can control R2-D2.
Well, I know that. I mean, I can spend like $200 and actually control an R2-D2, but
The funniest thing is there's actually another hero called Bosk, which no one knows who the fuck he is.
Oh, the enemy.
The bounty hunter.
Bounty. Yeah, I have no idea. I've never heard of Bosk before, so I have no idea if this guy is just kind of like.
He actually played a big role, but no one remembers him because he's just the dude.
The dude.
He looks like an ugly piece of shit.
Probably.
People only care about Boba Fett, man.
Oh yeah, of course. And Boba Fett got whacked, so Yeah.
Wait, what was the whole story of Boba Fett again? What was his dad's name? I can't remember now.
Oh, I don't know. It had some name to it.
I just remember Boba Fett was one of the clones.
Well, technically, he had a whole clone army.
Well, no, Boba Fett is like
So,
where the clones came from, but for some reason I remember it as the dad, the clones coming from his dad.
yeah.
Jango Fett? No. I have no idea what his name was now. But yeah, there's also like level 80 caps. There's a level 80 like new level cap, and there's customizables, and there's new weapons and power cards. I mean, that's a thing. Are you actually looking it up? I can't even remember what the thing that they control to call the force is. It was like neutrinos or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Boba Fett stems from initial design concepts for Darth Vader, who was originally conceived as a rogue bounty hunter. While Vader became less a mercenary, more of a Dark Knight, the bounty hunter remained. Fett became an equally villainous but less conspicuous character. I should probably give me some. Here we go. This is
I'm like trying to find out what the thing that you use that you control using the force was called.
A genetic clone of infamous bounty hunter Jango Fett. Boba was created by cloners at Kamino and was physically identical to the clone troopers created for the Grand Army of the Republic. Though Boba was unaltered and did not grow at the same accelerated rate as the other clones, raised as Jango's son. So basically, Boba is Jango's clone, but he considered him as his son.
No matter what, it's all Jango Fett.
Jango and Boba learned the combat skills necessary to one day become a bounty hunter in his own right. Jango was killed during the Battle of Geonosis, which sparked the Clone Wars between the Galactic Empire and Confederacy. The young boy swore vengeance against Jedi Master Mace Windu, who killed Jango, and teamed with a group of bounty hunters that included Aerith Singh and Bess. Her plot to kill Windu failed, and Boba realized that he had gone too far in trying to kill the Jedi Master, but he vowed never to forgive Windu. After serving a brief prison sentence, Boba formed a team of bounty hunters and took on a number of missions.
You know, did you find it weird how Mace Windu was like the only black guy in Star Wars?
Yeah.
that was pretty fucked up.
Oh, I mean, that back then, I mean, he was like, actor-wise, he was like, he was up there with Will Smith.
Well, actually, no, now thinking about it, was Lando Calrissian also black?
Who? Sorry.
The guy who owned Cloud City. You have no idea what I'm talking about.
No. Give me a second.
Yeah, he was also black. Never mind. Yeah, he is.
No, I know of it, but I'm just...
The guy who was in charge of Cloud City, Lando Calrissian, yeah, he was also black. I forgot about that. Okay, I can't say that Mace Windu is like the only black guy. There's another black guy. It's just weird how there's only like 2 black guys in all of the whole galaxy.
Yeah, right? It's like, wow, dang. It's crazy.
One thing I do remember is like there was like another black guy, I think, like in the... Oh, what was it? I feel like there was another black guy in like one scene when like they were attacking the Death Star as well. So it was the only other black guy out of everything. It's kind of fucked up.
Like from the original 3?
Yeah. No, there was only like 3 black guys, I feel like, but no, confirmed, I feel like there was 2. There's probably like one black...
Wait, are we talking 1 through 3 or 4 through 6?
4 through 6. 4 through 6.
Okay.
And like, you know when they attacked the Death Star?
Yeah.
Like the first time they blew it up, when Luke, you know, did the trench run and shot it into the hole.
I don't know. I don't remember that. I'd have to rewatch it.
I feel like there was like one black guy in the command ship with Admiral Akbar. I don't know why. I kind of remember that being there. Ah,
Well, I mean, let's see here. Let's see here. Let's
no, no,
just
no.
type
You don't.
it.
You don't have to check that out. That's too much of a pain. I finally remember that. I finally searched it up. It's called midichlorians. That's what you use to control. That's what you control with the force. It's kind of like a cell. It's kind of like a microorganism in like the cell of people, or in people's cells that basically generate energy or some crap like that. And that's what the force is for some reason. I don't understand it, but that's what they describe it as.
There's also Lando
Yeah, like I said.
Calrissian.
Yeah, Lando's like the only other black guy.
Let's see here. Samuel L. Jackson. He was Window. Ahmed Best. He was Jar Jar Binks.
Well, I mean, like black people, as in you can see him, not voice.
No.
Like it actually had a
Yeah.
looking role. I still say Jar Jar Binks is a real Sith Lord.
He sure provide notice and voice for Goldeneye.
Dude, I think you're taking this way too seriously.
I am. Of course, wait, no. Phantom Menace. Hugh Corsair, Captain Panaka.
I feel like you're taking this a little too seriously.
Oh, no.
Are you really searching to see how many black people were in Star Wars?
I'm gonna see who this guy was and what his character was. Yeah. Let's see here. I'll see if there's any pictures or stuff. This guy was on MacGyver. Interesting. Star Wars Episode 1.
Anyway, I found out that it's midichlor. Oh, I already said that. I forgot about that. Alright, so let's kind of get back on topic.
So yeah, this guy, he was like a guard. He was the guard for Episode 1 and for Natalie Portman.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. It's like he doesn't have like this guy.
I don't feel like you need to search every black guy in Star Wars. I think you're taking this way too seriously.
Give me a second, because you're like, oh, there's only one person.
Now I don't know how to feel about this because you're trying to make me look bad now. God damn it!
No. It's okay. It's here. I'm posting a picture of the guy. He's like right behind Natalie Portman.
I don't think this matters.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I don't feel like this really matters. I think you're thinking way too deeply on why there's no black guys in Star Wars. Anyway, let's move on to let's get back on topic here a bit. So the fourth DLC is supposed to be released later this year. It's based on Scarif Rogue One, which is based on the Rogue One movie, which is kind of like a shit movie that they made in between, because it's based on, I don't remember what it was now.
Yeah.
But it's gonna literally like bring new heroes and no one knows who the fuck they are because they never watched these shit movies.
Or they don't read. The thing is that just because it's not in the movies doesn't mean they don't exist in the books. Like there's tons and tons of Sith Lords and characters that are in the books that are canon, but nobody really knows.
Well, actually, the books aren't canon because the movies came before the books.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people don't read the books. They just
so technically the books aren't canon. I'm gonna just say that.
Okay, well,
the real canon is just movies. You gotta admit, movies came before the books, so technically movies count as canon, and books don't.
Yes.
All right, let's finally move on to our last topic, which is the new season of the new fall anime season.
This topic. Okay.
Do you watch anime a lot or no?
I used to watch it a lot, not so much, but I did check out. I did hear before looking at the list of things that I knew that Digimon was going to be starting up with a new show. So I'm kind of excited for that.
You shouldn't be, based on what they've done with Digimon after season 2.
Yeah.
It has all been shit, and that's the nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
They kind of brought it back with Digimon World, but it fucked up. And then Try disappointed me way too much.
Try? Yeah, I didn't really hear much about that, which probably is why it didn't do so good.
No, it's basically like it talks about their lives after the whole Digimon thing. It's not really like talking about their lives, as in talking about how they've grown up and become adults and all that. It's kind of like high school, and it's just terrible. It's like a terrible it's like a terrible romantic comedy. That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, and like I don't know what their target scene was, if it was to the growing audience that grew up with Digimon or not.
Yeah, I'm not that big of a Digimon fan anymore after Taiora never happened. That was my one ship in my childhood, and I never got it.
Oh, that time, yeah. I was looking up in that, and there was like in advertisements they literally even in advertisements they showed that they're like it looked like they were a theme, but they never in the show wise they never said that they were an official thing. But in advertisements,
no. I will prove that they are a thing. Because Sora got her crest of love because of Tai. And you can say it's bullcrap that she got it because of her mom, but she was thinking of Tai at the moment when she got it. So that proved that she loved him. And you can say all you want that it isn't true, but it is. Yeah, I put a lot of time into this. You're bringing up old scars with this one.
Man, the passion. No, be careful.
You're bringing up old scars with this one. I don't give two shits, man.
You might get a crest of love, passion too. Jeez, watch it. You might come.
Tairo's the one thing that I am super salty about that never happened, because I believed in that for so fucking long.
Oh yeah, like everyone believed that freaking Ash and Misty was gonna become a thing, but that never happened. And the one chance that they actually did, having like a very close opportunity to freaking kiss, they never did.
You have to remember, Pokemon is a kid show.
Yes.
Ash is forever 10. Pikachu is forever level 5.
I was 10 and I kissed somebody.
Pikachu is forever level 5. They don't grow. They don't age.
No. Pikachu has grown in the show.
No.
Overall, Pikachu has grown.
No. Don't give me that bullshit. Pikachu is forever level 5. Because every time they go to a new region, Pikachu gets his ass kicked by the starters.
Well, that's because it's a new region. It's like new, different Pokemon. It kind of makes sense. It's like it's meeting like a dog for the first time. You don't know what it's capable of doing.
So you're saying that a Mudkip can beat up a Charizard?
It's a water Pokemon.
A Mudkip, a level 5 Mudkip, can beat up a level 40 Charizard.
Why not?
That doesn't make any kind of sense.
We're talking about game statistics versus real life situation.
Even in real life, Charizard is a fucking dragon. Mudkip is a little piece of shit.
He's also very weak to water, so it makes sense that if...
No. If you're talking about real life statistics, you really think a little water is gonna stop a fucking dragon?
It depends on where you get hit, I guess.
No, that doesn't make any sense. This is why this is one of the problems I have with Pokemon, because every time Ash goes to a new region, somehow Pikachu keeps going back to level 5 and getting his ass kicked by the starters.
So Mudkip versus Charizard.
You realize Mudkip...
There was an actual episode of this, correct? Or is this just a random...
No. Pikachu has beaten up Charizards, yet he can't beat up a Mudkip. So, I mean...
Oh, we're talking about Mudkip versus Mudkip versus Pikachu.
Yes, Mudkips have beaten Pikachus. And, you know, Pikachu has beaten up a Charizard. So, by that logic, that means that Mudkips are stronger than Charizard.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Do you see my point here? Pikachu can beat up a level 40 Charizard, he can't beat up a level 5 Mudkip. What does that mean? Don't you find how that's bullshit?
I kind of wish I knew it was an advanced series. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out.
I mean, you don't have to figure this out. It's just, I find it bullshit how that's a thing.
I don't remember this episode. How long ago was this?
There aren't any episodes for this. There's an episode where Pikachu beat up a Charizard, but that's the one where they went to the Charizard Mountain and Pikachu fought the Charizard. And then when he went to the new region, the dude picked... No, actually no, he was friends with Mudkip, let's just say that. So I feel like he fought the other one. So, I mean, any starter. I'm not saying Mudkip in general. Like, you can pick any starter. It's technically stronger than Charizard.
Okay.
Because Pikachu beat up a Charizard when he went to Charizard Mountain, which is that one mountain where the Charizards live. But then it's like when he went to like Kanto, he got his ass kicked. No, not Kanto, Hoenn.
Oh yeah.
He got his ass kicked by a starter. I mean, that's pretty fucked up.
Like, I think, the show does reference previous, occurrences in other series. So at times, but I do believe that it's more of the new area. Don't know. It's like you don't know what Pokemon are capable of.
That's absolute bullshit. I mean, Pikachu's like fucking level 100 already. Why can't he beat up a level 5 Mudkip or like Torchic or whatever what's the other one? Trico.
Yeah, like
Trico.
Pikachu would have the advantage over Mudkip. So it
You really think a level 5 Mudkip would hurt a Pikachu that's level 100?
Probably not.
That's literally what's happening.
Keep in mind that Pikachu also tried to fight I think it was Cerulean. I'm not sure. It's Misty's sister's gym and whatnot, and that was a fun fest right there.
I mean, no matter what, it's fucked up how Pikachu reverts to level 5 every time he goes to a new region. You can't say that's not true.
Oh yeah, I mean it is kind of weird that like this is his original Pokemon. He's his main battle. Like it's his main unit for all of his setups, and it is weird that Pikachu does get jacked up. Is it Ash's fault? Most likely, but it is.
No, it's just a giant plot armor in Pokemon. You can't say anything other than that.
Yeah. Well, in all, it all ends up to being it's Ash's fault because it's he honestly should know better and be able to direct Pikachu in the proper way.
Pikachu does it all by himself. He can just kill. All he has to do is like slap him, and then Mudkip's dead.
Well, yeah. And Pikachu has done that. He's done stuff where, without orders before. So, but it's overall the show is supposed to be trainer versus trainer, commanding Pokemon versus Pokemon. So
yep, I'm not gonna argue with you on this. It's just I'm gonna say Pokemon is bullshit. Pokemon is bullshit.
Bullshit. Okay.
If you were the one to argue, I can fucking argue with you all day on Tyora.
It's like the extended night nights, late night nights. Talk about Pokemon.
Anyway, it's about time. It's a 1-ish, so we've reached our end time, but we will be doing our call-in now. So for anyone that wants to, talk to us or ask any questions, feel free to jump onto the Discord and jump into the waiting channel, and we will move you in.
I don't think there's anyone in the chat right now.
If there isn't, then we'll wait like another 5 minutes and then end it. It's all good. It's all good.
Super was in there for a while, but...
Anyway, the one thing that I do care about is working. Have you ever watched like working the previous like 3 seasons?
No, I've never heard of it.
It's basically about a guy who got pressured into like working at this family restaurant. So then it's like it's just a comedy thing, and it's like it's like a short comedy manga, and it's like it got adapted into anime, and I enjoyed it, so I'm like looking forward to like the next season of it.
Nice. How long has it been going on for?
There's like 3 seasons of this, so I don't know how long it's been going on for, but
nice.
3 seasons, man.
Is it all subtitled?
Yeah, all of it.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, you don't have to catch up on it.
I might look into it. Sounds interesting. No, the one I'm actually very interested in when I was checking that website is Pat Labor.
Which one?
Pat Labor. It's like a mecha show, but with police.
I'm like looking at it. I can't find it.
I believe it's on the very... And also Cyborg 009. That's actually...
Wait. Say the name again. What is it?
Which one?
The one that you're talking about.
Well, right now I'm talking about Cyborg 009.
I don't know what that is.
That's a classic. There looks like on that list for fall, for movie-wise, they got 3 postings for it.
Oh, you're talking about movies. I was like, what?
At least that in the movie section. But that used to be an anime. And then here I saw, and then another thing I didn't really know was Gundam was still going on.
Gundam has been going on for way too long.
Where did I see Pat?
Sunrise will never give up on Gundam. Let's just say that. Sunrise will never give up on making more Gundams.
Yeah. Okay. Mobile Police Pat Labor reboot.
Nope, I don't know what that is.
I'm kind of concerned. That's under the movie section, but I'm kind of concerned that it's just going to be a very short thing, or if it's actually going to be it's going to be episodic.
No, it's a movie.
And I'm really concerned about 3D models.
Oh, I mean, these things are just movies. They're 1 episode things.
Are they?
Yeah, it's literally a movie. It's gonna be an hour and a half.
Okay. Well, if it's movie-wise, I just hope that, like, I've watched a Pat Labor movie or 2, and I enjoyed them. I just hope this one is enjoyable. That's all.
The only movie I'm looking forward to, or no, the 2 movies I'm looking forward to is probably Gantz and the Koro Sensei one.
I've heard of Gantz, but I don't know anything really about it.
It's basically like Gantz is basically a show where people die and then they get revived in this room with a ball, and they have to survive in a life or death game to collect points. And once they collect points, they can either leave, upgrade their weapons, or bring someone back. And the whole plot goes towards builds towards a thing where it's like the ball is basically a thing sent by another race that wants to help human or mankind deal with the alien invasion.
Interesting. Wait, so another alien race wants to help mankind against another alien race?
That's pretty much it.
Interesting. That's actually very interesting.
The whole thing is they're basically fighting against alien invaders throughout the missions that the ball gives, and that trains them for the alien invasion that happens near the end of the, or at least like 2/3 of the way throughout the whole series.
Fascinating. Huh.
If you want, you should really read the manga. It's really good.
Yeah. Another one that I saw that I'm somewhat familiar with is Monster Musume. Monster Musume. Under I think that's also
The OVA.
That's under OVA, yeah.
I mean that's not really anything. The manga's still ongoing. It's a monthly manga that's being still released.
I've read it, and I'm kind of like want to watch to see what this OVA is about. Obviously, it's going to be about it, but you know.
They didn't really catch up with the manga, so that's why the OVAs aren't really that much. It'll probably be like a side story or something like that.
Gotcha.
Alright, it's been time. So let's end this.
Alright.
And that's pretty much it for this episode of Late Night Byte. I hope you guys enjoyed. We are here.
So, but my name is Heaven's Last. I do crochet streams and perler streams now. I'll be going to TwitchCon next week. I'll be a exhibitor there, so that'll be fun. So if you're there, then hope to come say hi.
And I'm Hasio. If you're watching this, you're either watching on my YouTube or on my channel, so that's a thing. So I don't really need to explain myself. We'll be back next Saturday. Well, no, we're taking a break next Saturday because he's at TwitchCon. So we'll be back next Saturday with our normal show, and we will see you then. That's all, folks. Say bye, Stanley. Stanley?
Yes.
Say bye. I was like, say bye, Stanley, and then you just like dead silence.
Oh, I did. It didn't sound like you're saying anything on here right now. Sorry. That's not the first time that's happened to. But bye, everyone. Take care. Have a great night. Have a great weekend.
And we will see you next week. All right, guys. Peace.